we are done spraying. You are now watching the 2025 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. We are over with the manure truck, letting it get warmed up. As you see, Dan brought us his old, I think that one's not even used very much, Vivor pumps, so that we have spares for when we need to replace this one. But we're gonna run around. We gotta go find the Kenworth, get some bales moved around, get some stuff done this morning. Hopefully have a good day. It's just after 5:30, so yeah, tired. Alrighty, we are gonna switch trucks here. So they got a load of bales and we gotta move them. Very tidy Amish freestall or tie stall barn. The shop behind me, if I can get a pic of it as I leave. But I don't like throwing the camera in any of their faces, but he asked me if I moved equipment, and very satisfied. So got paid, and we're down the road to the next one. But yeah, that's quite the spread. Pulled out of the yard, and raindrops on the window. So it's not supposed to rain, they're saying, but that was good timing. Over here at the best electricians in the business. So shout out to the boys. I think I'm just taking the scissor lift. I don't know if I'm taking both. Yeah. But we're moving it around for him. All right, can't be that hard, right? Got her loaded. Just flip it up, chain it down, we'll be good. Alrighty, quick drop off. I've gone by this farm a ton of times. They got quite the fleet of equipment. Seemed like they do a really good job. New facility, rotary going in there, new barns. Yeah, quite the layout. But we dropped the scissor lift and we are on the move home. So previously we wrapped up combine and triticale. It worked out, a lot of learning, some figuring. We do have, where is it? Right here. We have a whole box of goodies. These are belts. But there's our new fan clutch assembly. So that, new bearing, new seals. We do got to get the new dowel pin, but otherwise we're good to go. So we got to clean the pickup out. Service truck, red tools only, but we got it done. But that means one thing. I got one more critical thing on the list before we can well, we're gonna go back moving a lot of manure and tinkering along the way as we go. As far as we got some things to do on the combine before harvest, the head, honestly, because we're gonna go into soybeans, so the straw chopper is gonna go back on, stuff like that. We keep the wheels moving on trucks and we'll be in a good spot. But we have one more thing that is critical on our list, and it is wrapping up our spraying. We got about 40 acres left. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is pull the sprayer out, clean all the nozzles, because I had some nozzles that were having a little bit of an issue. Our no-till ground is doing its thing. We probably will drop tube some or spread some dry on to some of the no-till stuff that needs it. Otherwise, I don't know if we're gonna hit anything else. But yeah, the sprayer has been very good to us. So we'll go ahead, get the Kenworth moved out of the way, probably move the combine, open the sprayer up. We do have water that has a little bit of fertilizer in it, so we'll probably put that stuff through the sprayer. Those two totes there, we got our pump, and yeah, it's a good day to have a good day. We'll get after it. Okay, so we're gonna go down the line and clean out all the nozzles, the screens. Somebody said, and I do take, some of these comments are very good. Two things. These nozzles aren't the best for what I'm trying to do. I agree. We ran with what we had and we were gonna figure it out. Now I know for next year we're gonna switch them up, get better nozzles for what we're trying to put on. As far as having screens in them, everybody said, well, you got the mesh there, don't even bother having screens in there. Well, clearly I believe it's that side. Some in the middle are plugged up with stuff, so it went through the mesh in here, so we could drop it to different sizes. But we'll go ahead, clean them all out. Doesn't take too long, and then we can get loaded quickly with some water because the pump's all there, and get mixed up and go cover some acres. We do have somebody coming to grab some bales, so got the sprayer all ready to rock and roll. Couple bales going down the road. Actually, the gentleman we bought the 3 calves from and Reba, we were just talking about it. I was like, yeah, Reba might go down the road and he's gonna have some more animals for us, which is some more calves. So we'll keep growing on that side of it. And very excited. Everybody's worked out. Reba, I asked him about hard breeding on her, and he said he did put her with a bull. Probably took a cycle or 2 longer. And I've thought about putting a bull in with Reba. But at the end of the day, I said, if she's always like this, we're trying to genetically jump ahead. And we can AI quite a bit and get genetically ahead on things and select what we want. She can go down the road and we can recuperate our money on the market and see what goes on. She's squirrely enough that we don't really, sometimes you don't want to mess with her too much. Catching her is sometimes a challenge, but who's going up the road? Buckstroke. So alrighty, let's get some spraying done. Yeah, this stuff needs to get sprayed. It will be good to have it done. Raise, unfold. There we go. So we got technically 4 fields to do and we'll be done spraying. But it is coming along. We could use water though. You see it start curling up, which is amazing to say after the spring we've had. We're actually getting dry. A lot of places around me are getting dry. Okay, so we are gonna use this, which has a little bit of fertilizer left over in it. This one's the heavier one. We'll see how much water we really need. But I wanted to check, and yeah, I got a line that's dripping a little bit. I thought it was the drive. I was so nervous. So when we put the granular material in from Redox, somebody wrote, oh, you didn't agitate it enough, that's all sitting on the bottom. I was actually nervous if it was. So we can get up here and we can look and you see the agitation going around and there's nothing on the bottom. So we're pretty well cleaned out. Used almost all of our material up there, right on the money. So I'll get loaded up. We do have Mainstay SI from Redox going on here, and I'll grab that and we'll talk about it. So this is the calcium product, Mainstay SI from Redox, bionutrient. We can put it on both soybeans and corn. And so I said, well, I got 2.5 gallons. We put some on soybeans to see how it looks, and we're gonna put it on corn over on the other property. So we'll get that agitated in. It'll be on a lighter rate than usual, but what do we have? We have 15 acres over there, and this does, I forget what we ended up putting it on. This does 12, so. Well, the corn looks better here this year. Last year, the bottom stuff struggled. Okay, so we are spraying here. You can see the wet spots. Last year, this was all extremely wet. This field actually is doing better than last year. But down through here was extremely wet. So I'm thinking we're gonna drop some nitrogen on this stuff, but we will see. We'll get it sprayed off and see what comes of it. We're supposed to get an inch of rain tomorrow, maybe a little bit more, which, like I said, isn't a bad thing. But there's spots in this field that are struggling, not doing as well as they should. The yellow means it's lacking nitrogen, so, which I knew that, but we have a lot of places that are very well, doing their thing. So this was the second to last stuff planted, and yeah, it's doing okay. This ground needs a lot of work. It sat up, but it was neglected for a period. The geese like to get in and nip at the corn, so, and the deer. I think it's geese and deer that do a lot of damage over here. But yeah, I like farming this spread. Got a good landowner here, and we'll get it cleaned up. So there's 3 fields here. We'll have to fold up to go to the last one, but otherwise we should be able to sneak all the way through. And it's wild how it's bright green there and then it dips off so dramatically, but you can see in the other field when we get over there, I'll point it out, where the springs were and where it lost all its nitrogen. So not all of it, but a good amount of it. So extremely rough is how I can talk about this. There's a mud hole there and I can tell it's still wet. We're gonna go around that, but yeah, this one don't look too dry either. Oh. Places that were soaked, nothing grew. Places where we got it to a good spot, well, look at what we're doing. And this stuff was later. But you can see as I come down this hill, we don't shake ourselves much. You can see where the wet hole is, another wet spot, but everything else is forest green. So imagine if we planted into all wet ground, we'd be in a bad spot. So even though we had to wait, we got a crop that's looking somewhat good right now, instead of this that's growing to our left that will not make anything. Very rough though, because I didn't get it dissed as well as I should have. Well, we are done spraying. We'll see if we drop tube any nitrogen, like I was saying. Landlord's been breaking up these old bales that have been sitting here from the previous gentleman. He left all the junk hay. And yeah, corn is good. So this is the last stuff we planted, well, towards the end, second to last day. Need some heat, but we'll get folded up, get home. Now that we're done with spraying, we're done with triticale harvest. Well, combining, we probably got some more small grains to combine in the upcoming weeks for gentlemen. We'll see exactly what goes on, but we'll get the combine blown off. We will do some work on the combine before we get into our soybeans. We got to get the AC recharge working 100% because it gets warm. Somebody did already say don't put your straw chopper back on for beans, bale the stubble. I don't know if we really want to do that. So bean stubble for the Northeast really doesn't have a market for it. I can't think of anybody I know that really bales bean stubble. So I know it does happen. But overall, she worked phenomenal, honestly. Probably got to put a new chain in here. That was on our list. They get stretched. And that's as tight as it can go. But I'm gonna get it blown off. Yeah, it worked good. It worked good. So I'm glad we're done with spraying. I'm glad we got some seed time behind the combine. But moving forward, we got a lot of little stuff to do. Lots and lots of little stuff. Yeah, we'll see on the grain facility exactly what we can get put together. It all relates around funds. That's really how it is. But and I gotta clean the pickup out. We got all sorts of spare stuff. We'll probably put this back on for beans, but we'll see exactly what we got on the head. Service rig here. We got AC. It's all on the other side. We got AC puller. Well, AC everything, a puller set. New belts. Yeah, drinks. But we'll go blow stuff off and then we can park it out of the way. Just gonna get in and clean out the grain tank. Cab just needs a little cleaning up, but otherwise Harley did a great job getting that all sorted. Yeah. Okay, got it cleaned out. I never realized, I watched somebody's combine run the other day. They had this off. I don't know if that helps with the rainwater not getting in there. I don't really know. But we should put a bucket on that. My allergies are going to be bad now. But combine's blown off. It's not washed. I don't know if we are going to wash it. I don't think so. Because we're going to probably get back into it pretty soon. Alrighty, we're back. So they emptied out the 4640, all the grain in it. And Isaiah came over and baled up all the straw into big bales. We also got 2 big bales sitting at Dan's for us, so worked out pretty good. Appreciate everybody watching along. Spraying is done, which is really good. We did some trucking. We got cleaned up after small grains. We did a lot of learning with small grains. A lot of people got worked up. I'm really glad we did small grains because, you know, if you're a hater and you watch every video and comment on every video, you're still a fan. So let's just go with that. But appreciate you guys watching along. We will probably end up doing some more small grains, and then we will get into soybeans. Then eventually we'll get into some corn. So see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.